We have been in a fog, and as we emerge, we see the world's been pushed to the brink. And so have you. I'm Dr. David Orrs, I'm the Dr. DeFi, and I'm here next to my favorite place in Whistler, British Columbia. It's called Fitzsimmons Creek. Now I know it's loud here, but I'm here to prove a point. It's quite interesting. So if you look real close, this is right in front of me and over my shoulder. That sunlight is coming from behind me. And as we all know, the sun rises in the east. So therefore, at a 90 degree to the left of that would be north. And that's what makes this river so special. As a matter of fact, it's not even a river. It's known as creek. But when you take a look at it, it's pretty ferocious. And you see the emerald green, gray. This is a true cold plunge because there's still snow visible on the peaks and it's August. Yesterday I did have my cold plunge here in the middle of the day when the sun was shining in this area, and I don't dare to do it right now, but I might do that again a bit later. But that means that this river, and I know it's hard to see in this small lens, but this river runs north. That's a paradigm shift. There are not many rivers, creeks, streams that run towards the pole, North Pole. And it's a very special place. And it got me to thinking about paradigm shifts. Especially in the world around. We've had unprecedented events in the last 3 years that has profoundly changed how people view things. There's been a pause, a worldwide pause for an extended period of time, which is unprecedented. And of course, we have financial situations, health situations that are also unprecedented. And it dawned on me about figuring out patterns in life. When you have paradigm shifts, patterns don't always work. For instance, people would assume this river's running south, and in a lot of mountaineering or a lot of camping or whatever else, they may take that information falsely and apply it to whatever they're doing in the wilderness. And I think that there might be something of that going on in the financial sector, in the analysis of the financial sector. We have Bollinger Bands, we have all kinds of complex equations that have been derived, moving averages. We have bear and bull trends as marked out by special lines, support lines, and all of these things are adopted from the traditional financial markets, and they're put into the crypto space, the digital, which in and of itself is a paradigm shift. Now we have people who in and of themselves might be going through a paradigm shift as well. Their behaviors are changing. So markets, an analysis of markets, history of markets, they're rather recent, within 100 years or so, in modern times. And I realize, finances go way, way, way back, way beyond that. But the way in which we're analyzing them today is recent. And that recently has been into a pattern disrupt. People's view on the world, their values, the way in which they choose to behave, even in a financial way, is potentially vastly changed. So when you are trying to impose analysis and patterns in a world from a different paradigm to this one, I think we're going to run into some incongruencies. I think analysis is going to have to shift into a new paradigm, just like people have to shift into a new paradigm, but on their own terms. What's happened in the last 3 years or so is a shift has been imposed upon people under stress, under duress, and that has caused very resourceful people to change in ways that they may not have directed for themselves. Now it's the time to take that back, to take that control back, to understand that there is a paradigm shift necessary, the version 3.0 of yourself, but you need to be in control of that. You need to be the river running north, or you need to be the creek that looks like a river. You need to be the one that walks a different path and does so with a lot of strength, just like this little creek does. So much so that, I always call it a river. So much so that I always come here and see the example that this river sets. And I'm here in wonder and in awe. So just food for thought. I wonder if analysis now in bringing the historical data and patterns and ways to see things from the past and from a non-crypto space, if this compounded effect of paradigm shift after paradigm shift is going to also cause an effect, also cause a misinterpretation, a misguidance. Who knows? Just food for thought. We'll catch you on the next video.